Alright, example number 3. A 400 by 400 column carries a factored live load of 600 kN and a total dead load of 600 kN. The column is to be supported by a rectangular spread footing whose width is limited to 1.8 meter and whose base is 2 meter below the ground surface. Allowable soil bearing capacity at the base of the footing is 200 kilopascal. Unit weight of the soil above the footing is 16 kilonewton per cubic meter, and unit weight of concrete is 23.6 kilonewton per cubic meter. Assume Fy 275 megapascal and F'C 21 megapascal. The thickness of the footing is 500 mm. Use 25 mm diameter rebars. Determine the number of reinforcement at the bottom bar, the spacing of the reinforcement at the center bandwidth, and the number of reinforcement at the outer bandwidth. Okay? So ito po yung ating rectangular footing. Okay? So sabi dito 1.8, limited to 1.8 meter na yung kanyang width. So isagad na natin ng 1.8 meter yung kanyang width dito. And yung L natin ay unknown. The column is 0.4 by 0.4. Ito yung ating natural grade line, for example, 2 meters from the ground surface, yung ating base ng footing, and 0.5 naman yung thickness ng ating footing. Alright? So step 1 ulit is of course to calculate first the QE, okay, o yung effective soil pressure natin. Okay, so solution. Okay, so we know that the allowable is equal to effective plus concrete plus soil plus surcharge. Okay, so yung allowable dito ay binigay na rin. The allowable soil bearing capacity is 200 kilopascal. Okay, so 200 is equal to QE plus QC natin. Ang gamma ng concrete na binigay ay 23.6 times the thickness na 0.5 plus yung soil natin. Yung soil natin ang binigay dito ay 16 kilonewton per cubic meter at ang kanyang thickness naman ay, so meron tayo ditong total depth na 2 meters and then 0.5 na thickness para sa ating footing. Therefore, meron ditong may iwan na 1.5 meter na thickness para sa lupa. Okay? So multiply natin dito 1.5 meters, and for our surcharge pressure, this is simply 0. Kasi wala namang nakalagay dito sa ating natural surface. Okay? Now, 200 less 23.6 times 0.5 less 16 times 1.5. Alright? So, yung ating effective dito ay 164.2 kilopascal. 164.2 kilopascal. Okay? Now, meron na tayong QE. So, pwede na natin isolve, no, yung kanyang dimension, yung length nito. So, we know that the area of the footing is equal to the service loads divided by the QE. Okay? Now, for the service loads, ano ba yung mga binigay sa atin na loads dito? We have here a factored live load of 600 and a total dead load of 600. Again, yung live load natin dito ay factored na. So, meaning to say, naka 1.6 na dapat ito. Okay? So, tatanggalin natin yung 1.6 para dito. Yung dead load naman dito, walang sinabi kung factored or hindi. So, as it is po yan, no? So, this is now 600 para sa dead load natin plus yung 600 na factored, tatanggalin lang natin yung factor para maging service load. Okay, so ito yung sa may dead load, then ito naman yung sa ating live load. Then divide this all by QE. This is 164.2 kilopascal. Now, yung area ng footing natin, okay, so ang area natin ay actually 1.8 by L. Okay, so pwede natin tong i-equate din. So 1.8 times L. Okay? So, given na lahat dito, unknown na lang dito yung ating length ng ating footing. So, length now is simply equal to, okay? So, 600 plus 600 divided by 1.6. Divide this by 164.2 times yung 1.8, ibababa natin dito. Okay? So L na lang yung may iwan dito. Now the length is equal to 3.29 or simply 3.3. Okay? So pwede na natin tong sabihin na 3.3 meters yung ating length. Alright? So finally, yung ating total length now or dimension ng ating footing ay 1.8 by 3.3 meters. Okay, so yung tanong dito sa letter A is the reinforcement of the bottom bar. Okay, so to do that, kailangan natin ng ultimate moment para dito. Now, bago natin ma-solve yung ultimate moment, kailangan din natin muna ng QU. Okay, so solve natin yung QU muna. The QU is equal to the factored loads divided by the area of the footing. Now, yung factored load natin ay 1.2 ng dead, 1.2 ng 600, plus 600 na live load. Dahil ito ay factored na. Okay? It is stated dito na yung 600 dito ay factored already. Okay? So, wag na natin lagyan ng 1.6. And then, divide this by the area of the footing which is 1.8 times 3.3 meters. And then, finally, ang ating QU dito ay merong magnitude na 1.2 times 600 plus 600 divide this by 1.8 times 3.3. Okay? So, meron tayong 222.22 kilopascal na ultimate pressure. Okay? 222.22 kilopascal na pressure. Alright. So, using this one, pwede na natin actually kunin yung ating ultimate moment. Okay? So, for our ultimate moment, okay, so mangyayaring ating ultimate moment again dito sa face ng ating columns. Okay, according sa code natin. So, ilagay natin dito yung ating yung ating QU. Okay, so this is our QU and again dito yung mangyayari yung ating ultimate moment. Okay, so mapuputol yung bandang dito. Now, assume natin, lagyan natin to ng label. Say for example, this is n dimension. Okay, so meron tayo ditong n distance and then meron din tayo ditong n distance. Now, isolve muna natin ano nga ba itong n dito. Now, n is actually, so ilagay na rin natin dito ang length natin na 3.3 meters. Okay? So, ang n natin actually ay, so, meron tayong length is equal to 2n plus column dimension na 0.4. Okay? So, 3.3 is equal to 2n plus 0.4. Now, yung n natin dito ay equal to, okay? So, 3.3 minus 0.4, then divide this by 2. Okay? Divide by 2. Okay, so 1.45. Okay, so our n here is 1.45 meters. Okay, next meron na tayong n dito. So, palabasin na natin yung moment dito sa may critical section. Okay, so again, meron tayo dito. Putulin natin yung ating footing. Alright, so ito yung ating n, distance. Tapos meron tayo ditong mga QU or dito yung QU pressure natin. Tapos meron ditong lalabas na ultimate moment. So, sino yung magmo-moment dito? Actually, meron tayo ditong resultant na R. Okay? So, meron tayong R dyan. Meron tayo ditong QU. Now, the magnitude of R, okay? Kunin muna natin yung R natin. So, yung R dito, this is simply, okay, so i-drawing natin yung isometric na view. Alright, so meron dito yung mga pressures natin. Tapos yung ating resultant ay mag-a-act of course dito sa may bandang gitna. Okay? Sa center netong naputol na ating footing. So mayroong n dyan. Tapos yung width ng ating footing ay 1.8. Okay, so yung R na yan, magte-take siya dito sa ating critical section and maproproduce niya yung value nitong MU natin. Now, solving for R, this is simply equal to the pressure times the area, okay, na nag-a-act. Okay, kung saan nag-a-act yung ating QU. So, yung area natin ay 1.8 times N. Okay? So yung QU natin ulit ay 222.22 times 1.8 times yung N natin na 1.45. 1.45 meters. Then finally, ang R natin dito ay so 222.22 times 1.8 times 1.45. Meron tayo dito 579 or 580 na lang, no? 0.99. Gawin na lang natin tong 580 kilonewton. Okay? Now, yung moment ultimate natin, this is equal to, okay, yung R na nagmo-moment dito sa ating MU, okay, or dito sa ating critical section. Ang distance or location ng R ay, of course, N over 2. Kalahati nitong N, doon nag-aak yung ating resultant R. Okay, so therefore, ang moment natin ay R, okay, R times N over 2. Okay, yung R natin ay 580 times N natin na 1.45, divide this by 2, and finally, ang moment natin ay equal to, okay, so 420.5. 420.5 kilonewton meter. Alright, so meron na tayong MUs and pwede na natin actually isolve yung bottom bar natin. So yung bottom bar dito, this is actually the main bar natin. Okay, parallel to our length. Okay, next step, dahil meron na tayong MU, pwede na nating kunin, okay, yung nominal moment. So MU is equal to phi mn. Pero pwede rin naman natin tong idiretso. Gawin natin ang mn ay equal to 0.85 F prime C AB times D minus A over 2. Okay? So, pwede mong sabihin dito na ang MN natin ay MU over phi is equal to 0.85 F prime C AB times D minus A over 2. Okay? So, i-write natin lahat ng given. Ang MU natin ay 420.5. So, this is now 420.5 and gawin natin tong Newton mm. So, times 10 raised to 6, divide this by 0.9 is equal to 0.85 times ang F prime C natin ay 21 times yung A natin is of course yun yung hinahanap natin and yung B natin dito ay of course itong width. Okay, so dito nangyayari yung moment natin. So dito yung critical natin for moment. So ang width natin ay itong 1.8 meters or in mm this is 1,800. Okay, times effective depth, okay, which is actually hindi ata given dito. Okay, so ang binigay lang sa atin dito ay thickness na 500 mm. Again, recall natin. Okay, so kung ito yung thickness natin, ang effective depth dapat para sa MU is again yung nasa bottom bar. Okay, so ang kukunin natin na effective depth ay of course yung nasa center ng bottom bar. Okay, so kung ito yung ating itsura ng ating or section ng ating footing, yung thickness natin ay ito dapat. Okay? So, dapat ang value ng thickness natin, pag ganito, effective depth plus half nitong diameter plus meron pa tayo ditong concrete cover, CC. Okay? So, ito yung equation natin. Then, we play around this, then kunin natin yung D. Okay? So, given naman na dito yung ating thickness na 500 mm. 500 is equal to yung hinahanap natin effective depth. Diameter of the rebar is 25 mm. So, that is 25 divided by 2. Plus, ang cover natin for footing ay we have minimum 75 mm. Wala namang sinabi. So, 75 mm. Okay? Now, finally, ang ating effective depth para dito ay equal to, so that is 500 less 12.5 less 75. Okay? So, meron tayong 412.5 na effective depth. 412.5 mm. Okay? So, pwede na natin tong isalpak dito sa ating equation. We have effective depth na 412.5 minus A over 2. Okay? So, pwede na nating isolve yung value ni A. Okay? So, para solve natin yung value ni A, simplify muna natin lahat nung pwede nating isimplify. Pagsamahin natin lahat ng mga constant dito. So, 420.5 times 10 raised to 6. Okay? Divide this by 0.9 times 0.85 times 21 times 1,800. Okay? And then, store natin ito sa A. Okay? Para mas mabilis. And then, meron tayo ditong A. Recall natin yung value ni A. Equate natin ito. So, lahat ng constant, nilipat na natin dito sa left. Then, in-store natin yung values nila dito sa A. Okay? So, ang naiwan na lang dito sa right equation ay meron tayong A pa rin. So, variable x na yan dito. Tapos, times quantity 412.5 minus, okay, x over 2. Okay? Then, pwede na natin tong i-shift solve. Then, kunin natin ang value ni A. That is 40.42. 40.42 mm. Now, solving for value of A, pwede na natin kunin din yung value nung area ng steel natin. So, C equals T, then 0.85 F prime CAB is equal to AS FY. 0.85, 21, 40.42 times yung width natin ay 1,800 is equal to AS times yung FY natin na 275 MPa times 275. And then finally, ang AS natin ay equal to, so 0.85 times 21 times 40.42 times 1,800. Okay? Oops. So 0.85 times 21 times 40.42 times 1,800. Divide this by 275. Then we have 4555.85. 4555.85 mm square. Now, hindi pa to yung final na answer. We need to check the minimum area. So, our AS min here, check lang natin kung ano ba yung value ng F prime C natin. Now, yung F prime C natin dito ay 21. So, meaning, ang gagamitin natin na AS min ay yung 1.4 over Fy times BD. Okay, so 1.4 divided by Fy natin na 275, B natin 1,800 times effective depth natin na 412.5. Minimum area natin ay equal to 1.418 times 412.5 and divide this by 275. 3780 mm square. 3780 mm square. Now, between the two, ang mag-govern na area ng steel ay yung mas malaki. 455.85. Okay? Oops. Since nandito ka na rin naman sa part ng video ito, maaaring pa-like, share, and subscribe ka na rin sa ating channel. Thank you. So, the number of rebars at the bottom bar is simply equal to area of steel divided by area of one bar. So, yung bar na ginamit natin ay 25 mm. Okay? So, ang AS natin dito ay yung 4555.85. Okay? So, 4555.85. Divide this by 0.25 pi 25 square. Okay? So, this is equal to 4555.85 0.25 pi times 25 square. Okay, so 9.28 or 9.9 or 9.2, kahit ano, 9.2 or 9.28. So round up natin ito. This is now 10 pieces. Okay, next item. the spacing of reinforcement at the center bandwidth. Okay? So for the center of the or the spacing for the center bandwidth, ang rule natin ulit dito, magsukat lang tayo ng equivalent width, okay, measuring from the center of the column. Okay? So meron na tayong ditong pre-pair. Then paste na lang natin dito sa baba. Okay? So, 1.8 yung ating width. Then, kukuha din tayo ng 1.8 equivalent dito sa ating gitna. Okay? And then again, ito ay nasukat daw, no, sa gitna po nitong pedestal natin or column. So, this is W over 2 or width over 2. Then, this is also width over 2 dapat. Okay? Nasukat dito sa may gitna nitong column natin or pedestal. Okay, so ito yung ating itsura, no, nung ating center bandwidth. Now, gusto nating malaman dito yung spacing daw ng reinforcement para sa center band. Bago natin malaman kung ano yung spacing, kailangan natin muna malaman ano ba muna yung mga, okay, ano ba muna yung bilang ng bakal na nandito sa gitna. Okay? So, to do that, kunin muna natin ang area ng bakal. Now, ang area ng bakal natin sa center ay given by the formula na gamma S, AS. Again, yung gamma S dito, this is a factor lang. Hindi ito yung gamma soil. Then, AS naman dito ay yung nakuha natin na area ng bakal dito sa min bar, which is itong 4555.85 mm square. Okay? Now, yung gamma S natin, this is equal to 2 divided by beta plus 1 AS. And what is beta again? Ang beta dito ay the length of the column or the footing, the length of the footing divided by the width of the footing. So yung length ng footing natin is 3.3, okay? Divide that by 1.8. Okay? So substitute na lang natin everything. So AS center natin is equal to 2 all over beta natin is length divided by the width plus 1 times area ng steel ay yung 4555.85. And then, ang center natin dito ay equal to, so 2 divided by 3.8 or 3.3 rather, divided by 1.8 plus 1 times quantity 455.85. Then meron tayo ditong 3215.89. 3215.89 mm square. Okay? So pagkakuha natin ng area ng center band, pwede na natin kunin ang number of reinforcement at this center band. So number of the center band, okay, number of rebars at the center, that is AS center divide this by area of 1 bar. So top and bottom 25 na yung gagamitin natin kasi wala namang sinabi pero diameter of rebar is stated. Okay? So now pwede na natin tong kunin. Answer divide this by okay. And then meron tayo ditong 6.55 pieces. 6.55 or the number of rebars at the center is actually 7 pieces. Okay? So hindi naman to yung tanong sa atin. Hindi naman yung number of the center band rebars. Okay? Rather, yung spacing ng bakal na ilalagay natin dito sa center band natin. Okay? And then how do we do that? Okay? So, para malaman natin kung ano yung magiging spacing ng bakal natin sa center band, i-drawing muna natin dito yung magiging cross-section view, okay, elevation or cross-section view ng ating center band. So again, this is the 1.8 meters center band. Okay? Tapos, of course, nandito dapat yung bottom bar natin. Okay? Parallel siya dito sa 1.8, itong bottom bar natin. Okay? And then yung top bar natin ay of course nandito dapat. Dito dapat natin ito nakikita. Oops, rather. Okay? Pwedeng ilipat na lang natin dito, no? So yung center band natin or yung bakal natin dito sa center band, gawin na lang natin, no? Start tayo dito sa may dulo-dulo. Okay? So for example, ito yung ating itsura. Okay? So yung bakal natin magi-start dito dapat. Okay? Pasentrohin na natin agad. Yung center ng bakal ay magi-start dito sa dulo-dulo ng ating center band width. Okay? So ito yung bakal natin for example. Tapos ang gusto nating malaman dito, ano yung magiging center to center spacing ng mga bakal na yan. Okay? So, gawa tayo dito ng formula. Alright? So, etong width natin, yung 1.8, generalize muna natin ito siguro. Tawagin natin tong width. Okay? So, the width is actually equal to what? Okay? The width is equal to tatlong spacing. 3S. Okay? So, the width is equal to 3S. But what is that 3 na number? Okay? Hindi naman laging 3 yung part ng formula natin. So, dapat i-formulate din dapat natin ano nga ba yung 3 dito, no? So yung 3 dito is actually related dito sa number of rebars. So kung meron tayo tatlong spacing, meron tayo actually 4 na rebars. Kung meron kang 4 na spacing, meron kang 5 rebars. So laging plus 1 yung n natin. Now dito, okay, since multiplier siya dito sa spacing natin, ang gawin natin, spacing dito, since 3 ang kailangan natin, pero 4 yung rebar na nakikita natin, gawin lang natin itong n minus 1. Kada meron ka ditong 4 na bakal, 3 lang na spacing ang nakikita natin. So, ang multiplier natin, bawasan natin ng isa lagi yung ating rebars. Okay? So, this is now the formula na gagamitin natin. Now, yung width natin dito, substitute na natin. Okay? So, that is 1,800 is equal to the spacing na hinahanap natin times yung n natin ay hindi of course 4, no? This is just a sample. So, yung nakuha natin kanina dito ay 7 pieces. So, 7 minus 1. Now, finally, ang spacing natin dito is equal to 1,800 divided by 6. So, spacing natin ay 300 mm. Okay? So, ito na yung magiging spacing natin. Pero, check muna natin, no? Hindi pa to yung final answer. Remember that we have maximum spacing. Now, ang maximum spacing natin for top bar for two-way footing is 3H or 450. Oops. 3H or 450 mm. Okay? So, naka-mm na yan. So, yung 3H dito, this is 3 times the thickness of the footing, which is 500. So, this is 1,500 mm. So, between the two, ang mag-govern ay 450 mm. Then, yung 450 mm ay i-compare natin dun sa na-solve natin na spacing, 300. And then, finally, 300 is less than 450. So, pwede na natin tong i-box as our final answer. Mas dikit-dikit na spacing, mas better. Okay? Next or last item dito. What is the number of reinforcement at the outer band naman? Okay, number of reinforcement for the outer band. Now for the outer band naman natin, okay? Para makuha lang natin 'yon, napakasimple lang naman. Ang formula natin for outer, this is simply 1 minus gamma s times AS. Okay? Direct subsin na natin dito, 1 minus 2 over beta over L. Okay, beta plus 1. Okay? So, yung beta natin, that is 3.3 over 1.8 plus 1 times AS natin dito. This is the 4555.85. Okay? And then, pwede na natin kunin ito. Okay? So, 1 minus 2 over, okay, 3.3 over 1.8 plus 1. And And then times 455.85. Okay, meron tayo ditong 1339.96. 1339.96 mm square. Okay? So, ito yung area ng ating outer. Okay? Now, ang gusto nating malaman dito ay yung number ng bakal sa outer. So, that is AS out, divide this by area ng 1 bar. Again, 25 na yung gagamitin natin all throughout. Okay? So, 1339.96 divide this lang ng 0.25 by 25 square. Okay? And then, finally, meron tayo ditong 2.73. 2.73 or yung number ng outer bar natin ay simply 3 pieces. However, take note na dapat daw ang bakal natin sa outer band ay equal. Okay? So, paano yung equal, no? So, ang ibig sabihin nun, kung meron ka ditong 1 bar, dapat meron ka ring 1 bar dito sa kabila. Kung meron kang 2 bars sa left, dapat meron ka ring 2 bars sa right. Okay? So, overall, yung outer natin, kapag ganito, meron tayong 1, 2, 3, 4. So, lagi ang outer band natin ay dapat merong even number, no? Para equal yung left doon sa right. Now, for this one, yung 3, kung paghahatian yan nung left and right, meron tayong 1.5 sa left, meron tayong 1.5 sa right. Which is, mali naman yun, no? Wala naman tayong kalahating bakal. So, ang gagawin natin dito para maging even, gawin natin tong 4 pieces. So, round up. Okay, round up pa natin ito. Gagawin natin tong 4 pieces. And this will be our final answer. Alright, so ito na po yung ating actual load na isolated footing.